Hello, Toras and Bobcats. I'm here to read you a story today for your read aloud. But before we start reading, I want to ask you all a question. Have you ever been to the doctor before? Let's think. Have we ever been to the doctor before? I know I've been to the doctor before when I'm not feeling well, but let's find out what a doctor actually does throughout his day. We're going to read a story called Let's Meet a Doctor by Bridget Heos and illustrated by Mike Moran. Chapter 1: The Youngest Patients. Our class is on a mission. We want to find out what a doctor does. We decide to talk to Dr. Zambiel. He's a pediatrician. That's a doctor who treats children. I help kids feel their best, he says. How do you do that? Asks Jaden. Dr. Zambiel explains by telling us about his day. Dr. Zambiel works in a clinic. He sees about 20 patients each day. They are babies, children, and teenagers. Some are sick or hurt. I find out what's wrong, he says. They may need medicine. They may need to rest. Sometimes they need to go to the hospital. Doctors write prescriptions for medicine. A prescription tells a pharmacist what medicine a patient needs. It also tells the patient when to take the medicine. JJ raises his hand. I went to the hospital when I was little, but I'm better now. Good, Dr. Zambiel says. That's our goal. We want you to be healthy so you can reach your goals too. My goal is to be a tightrope walker, Nick says. Uh-oh, Dr. Zambiel says. Chapter 2: Checkups. I went to the doctor when I wasn't sick, Katya says. That's good, Dr. Zambiel says. Kids should see a doctor once a year for checkups. He checks their ears, he listens to their hearts, he asks if they eat healthy food, he asks if they run around. These things help kids stay well. Do you give kids shots? Paul asks. Nurses do, Dr. Zambiel says. They took classes. They know how to make the shots hurt less. Chapter 3: Doctor School. Did you have to take classes too? Asked Paul. Yes, lots of them, Dr. Zambiel says. We learned that Dr. Zambiel went to grade school for 9 years, high school for 4 years, and college for 4 years. Then he had medical school and training for 7 years. That's 24 years of school and a lot of homework. When I'm not at the clinic, I teach, Dr. Zambiel says. Like Miss Wynne, we say, looking at our teacher. Yes, but I don't teach in a classroom, he says. I teach at the hospital. My students learn to be doctors by seeing real patients. Lainey raises her hand. I was a real patient. I went to the hospital when I broke my arm. You probably had an x-ray, Dr. Zambiel holds one up.
Stethoscope.
We all want to tell Dr. Zambiel about our injuries, but he has to go see patients. And we have to go to recess. Running around keeps us healthy. Because Dr. Zambiel lends a hand to help us feel our best, we give him a hand. The end. All right, Toros and Bobcats. I learned a lot about being a doctor and what they do during the day. They check on patients, they give them medicine so that they can feel better, and they keep checking up on them every few months to make sure that they are staying healthy. I hope you guys enjoyed your read aloud for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.